go for the throw on the Moonveil. Let's go ahead and before the Moonveil died, let's go ahead and Faithful Mend so that we essentially just get to draw 2 more cards here. And play with fire, and we get, oh, now we're looking beautiful. So we own Temporary Lockdown and Sarkhan. Jeskai colors. We get to deal 3 to your face. So they might think that they have us right now. No, you don't. Zurgo and Ojutai, they give us, that's right. That's right. Let's go ahead and take the action here. Let's go ahead and pay. Ladies and gentlemen, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode with Man, and today we got a juicer for you. Before we dig in the deck, let's go ahead and dive right into something real quick regarding the channel. I actually put up a poll on my community tab on whether you prefer background music or no background music on videos, and actually it was pretty surprising. Most people did prefer background music, so I have went ahead and put in some, like, a little bit like a lo-fi in here, so that is the reason why you'll be hearing that. I think I kind of like it going forward, so let me know if it's like too loud or too quiet, if you hate it, whatever, just some feedback there. Unfortunately, I didn't really get into Thunder Junction, so I apologize if my mood is a little bit lower right now. So I'm not going to be able to do that. I think I have this one and then one other, you know, for the stale and crappy standard content that we are going to be putting out that did not get into the Thunder Junction event, but that's okay. It is what it is. So this, it is what it is. Let's just dive right in. So yesterday was the eclipse day. So actually, I'm not joking you. I actually, at the time of recording, I'm actually recording while the eclipse was going on. I was actually just outside, and it was like kind of dark. I don't have the glasses, so I wasn't looking up, but nevertheless, we are running a Moonveil Regent. And you know what? This deck's pretty cool, man. Flying, whenever you cast a spell, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw a card for each of that spell's colors. So, whenever it dies, X damage to any target, where X is the number of permanents you control. So if you notice, everything except for the Play with Fire, but everything except for Play with Fire, well, I guess except for the Forge and the Temporary Lock, okay, whatever. But a lot of things have 2 or more colors. So Dennick, Faithful Mending, No More Lies. The reason why we have this is because, well, they're 2 colors. And they also have Disturb, and they have 2 colors, but they also have Angelfire Ignition. I was thinking about maybe kicking this up to 3. Sometimes we do kind of have a hard time with like board presence, so that's why we have like the Urabrask Forge to kind of like do this. Is like again, I have not built a Jeskai deck in so long, but I really like this. We got Zurgo and Ojutai with the Moonveil Regent, so it's kind of like a Jeskai Dragons, and this is kind of like the top end thing to grab something. But the Angelfire Ignition can kind of finish games here. I do have a third path Iconoclast. The only thing that I'm kind of worried about is like maybe this deck is like lacking maybe like 1 or 2 planeswalkers to really give it more board presence, because if they do have like instant speed removal for like Narset or Moonveil or something like that, it can get a little sweaty. Zurgo does have hexproof as long as it enters the battlefield, so this is kind of like really why we need this as a curve topper. I do think there's too many colors in the deck to run the Cavern of Souls for dragons or something like that. Plus, they're not all dragons, being that we have Baral and Kari Zev. This is really nice too. It's whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery, you're going to cast a spell with lesser mana value that shares a card type. Most of the time, you're just going to get a 2/1, and I think that's like pretty decent. Like it's a pretty funky card, but this is a funky deck. We got Sarkhan that can kind of like copy our dragons here, but again, this is a really funky deck. I'm just going to have some fun with it with the Moonveil Regent, and hopefully we can just see another eclipse, pun very forced but very intended. So that's pretty much the deck. Like I said, I don't know, man. Like I said, kind of down not being able to be in the Thunder Junction, function, but it is what it is. I might have to take a small break until the next thing, because I don't think anyone wants to see boring standard videos once all the big streamers get to do their stuff here. But it is what it is. Let's go ahead and just jump right in. Alright, peak form, let's see what you got here. Let's go ahead and keep this. Oh yeah, I got Temporary Lockdown looking pretty good here. Seachrome Coast. I think we are getting new lands there in the next set though, which is always nice, kind of complete the set here. But let's go ahead and drop our third pass Iconoclast. Hopefully we can snag another land here, because, you know, as long as you can get into 3 lands, you're usually relatively okay with the draw on here. Go for the throw. It's going to put an end to us. That kind of sucks, but that is what it is. And we're going to play with fire, so I guess we'll just hold up the No More Lies. If they don't play anything, we'll just kind of, yeah, put up the stop here. And Delver of Secrets. Do I want to No More Lies you? I think we will. Let's go ahead and just prevent that. I know we have a temporary lockdown, but I don't know. We're just kind of clicking buttons. Deep Cavern Bat. Okay, that sucks. So this is interesting. I think he's got like a Dimir tempo deck. Okay. Well, I mean, I got to play with fire, or I have a temporary lockdown if I top deck into a land, so... Oh, they take the Sarkhan. Interesting. Well, I'm going to play with fire here, and I'm actually going to go on the face because I want to scry for a land. I think we can kind of... Yeah, let's go and get rid of that. Yeah, this is looking pretty good here. Deserted Beach. Okay, so now we can at least hope the Negate. I don't know if they're running all... It's Dimir, so it's gotta be, there's got to be at least some sort of counter spells or something in here. Delver. Okay, well, I don't know why they're playing Delver. I have temporary lockdown, so that's a little weird. Do they have another bat? They don't have another bat. Why do they do this? They don't even have counter magic up. Let's just go for temporary lock. Why do they do that? I mean, I'll take it. Give back my... Yeah, wow, okay. Looking good, looking good. Spell Dancer. So we got Zurgo. We're a little bit low on land here, but that's okay. Let's drop our Sarkhan. I mean, I don't know why they took him the captain out of the Sarkhan there, but nevertheless, our Zurgo, Ojutai, Moonveil Regent will all be a little cheaper here, so that's good. Spell Dancer, okay. It's double Spell Dance. This is an interesting deck. Down to 13. I mean, I have to be a little bit wary of my life here. Chart a course. And, oh, because they did attack. Okay. Okay. Definitely interesting. So we are kind of screwed on land yet again, but this isn't typically how this is supposed to work with the Moonveil Regent because I'm trying to, like, discard my hand. But with the Zurgo, I think that actually is pretty good here. So let's go ahead and swing in. Zurgo, if we do get into another land, we can discard our hand to draw some new stuff, because at this point, man, we'll see. We'll see how this works. Go for the throw on the Moonveil. Well, we do have, what, Sarkhan and the temporary lockdown, so that's 3 colors. So I guess we'll just pick off one of these spell dancers here. Okay, so Moonveil's doing work from beyond. Down to 10, alright. Sleight of hand. It's been a hot second since I've seen the Spell Dancer here. But that is nice, though. Kind of get the copy stuff here. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it. Definitely a peculiar type of deck. I mean, I don't know if this is like a new thing, but I haven't played Standard in a whole while. So, I mean, this is kind of interesting to see. Roman's Vortex. Okay, that kind of sucks. Oh, okay, thank God. I was going to say, we just need all the land that we can get. So, instead of going in for Sarkhan, I think... do we go for the Iconoclast or the Sarkhan? Maybe we just go for the Lightning Helix and then just hold up the Negate. I don't know. Up to 12 and then we hope Negate. We don't have enough red for the third path Iconoclast, so it's either that or drop the Sarkhan. I think we're good here. Props, well, I mean, yeah, they see that we have this Negate, so this might feel like a little bit like bait, but let's go ahead and just counter it. Sort of. See, okay, that's what I'm saying. They had to. Okay, well, we'll get a Moonveil. That's pretty good. But let's go drop our Moonveil. I will pay the 1 for the red. It's fine. But yeah, the Swords of of Once and Future. Very, very interesting card here. I definitely have played with the Swords. I mean, again, this is like really interesting. They definitely wanted me. They wanted to get it down because they went for the memory, and then they didn't. We couldn't negate this, but interesting. Well, this gives protection from black and blue, so the Moonveil is still good to block you. Another Thundering Falls. Okay, so we do have enough land for the Zurgo next turn. Let's go ahead and put away our Faithful Mending in the graveyard. With Flashback, that's just a no-brainer. Extra value there, feels good. As far as what we want to do right now, I think we just drop the Sarkhan, right? I mean, we can only play one thing. It's either the Mending, the Sarkhan. What can they double play if they get some damage off here? I think it's going to be the Sarkhan, and let's not swing in. Because Sarkhan, unfortunately for us, is blue. I could take action, but because I have Zurgo... No, we got to keep Zurgo. See, where do we sit here? Oh, Haughty Djinn. Okay, 5/4. Well, ooh, Cerebral Confiscation. So we actually do not even have to worry about our Zurgo. That was pretty, ooh, that was pretty brutal. Oh, man. Damn. So we get Mind Rot. Okay, so Lightning Helix. What's the move here? If we go for Lightning Helix on the Delver, kind of just hit it. I guess they still can go for the... Well, Sword's going to exist anyway. So this protection from blue and black. Well, we are white and red here. And now the Moonveil is going to do its thing. So Moonveil, get going. Take action before we hit the Lightning Helix. So bang. Down to 13. You know what? Man, it is kind of close here. No More Lies isn't looking too sexy. This is close. I know we're playing with fire here. Should I swing in? So, man, it's getting to the point where I think they probably have a better late game. Yeah, this sort of once infused. I mean, I know they can just put it... This is tough. I think I'm going to swing in here. I know this seems insane. Down to 12. We are going to be able to draw 2 more cards with the Moonveil. I know this seems pretty wild. So I don't think I'm... Wait, for Faithful Mending, I think we're just going to hold up the No More Lies. Because if... Oh my god, are you there? That... No way. Wow. That is crazy. That is crazy, my friend. You're going to rope me 3 timeouts and then just get right down to the nitty gritty and then now you're playing again. I don't care if you end up winning, but good lord, that is very frustrating. Alright, I guess we're playing again. Alright, Haughty Jin. That's crazy. Just the absolute maximum you could ever rope. But so Cerebral Confiscation, I guess we'll just go ahead and counter this, whatever. Let's go ahead and draw with our Moonveil. An offer you can't... Okay, we'll get... What the hell? An offer you can't refuse. That's kind of crazy. Okay, well, I guess we get 2 treasure tokens this way. We get an Angelfire. Hold on, well, I don't... We're going to have to discard here, so I guess we just let this go. Angelfire Ignition also has Flashback. I guess we'll just let this go. Yeah, it has Flashback, so why would I care? And I guess we could probably Faithful Mend with one of these treasure tokens. 10-6. You don't have lifelink or anything. Just trying to think, I mean, they're... What are they gonna cast here? Maybe potentially like a Go for the Throat or something like that. Okay. Down to 10. Okay, I think we're kind of trying our best here. They are tapped out. They're pretty much out of resources here. Worst case scenario, we can chump block them on the back end. Go for the Throat. Here we go. So go for the Throat on the Moonveil. Let's go ahead and... Before the Moonveil died, let's go ahead and Faithful Mend so that we essentially just get to draw 2 more cards here. And play with fire, and we get... Oh, now we're looking beautiful. Let's go ahead and get rid of our things that can come back with Flashback. Because, of course, Moonveil, we have everything is at least 2 colors. Get rid of that. And... Yep, this is fine. And now because we own Temporary Lockdown and Sarkhan, Jeskai colors, we get to deal 3 to your face. Yep. And now you've got to play with fire. I think, are we looking good here? I don't want to mess this up. Got Angelfire Ignition. Hot and fresh out the kitchen. Let's go ahead and count our lands here. And I think we're looking pretty phenomenal. I think we win, right? They're tapped out. We have Zurgo. And then Zurgo. And so I don't think we even need the Angelfire Ignition. So we just do this. Bang, down to 7. I don't think it even really matters, right? So I guess we're looking for another land so that we can go for Zurgo and an Angelfire Ignition. But they have 7 life, and I think we're looking good here. Restless Anchorage is going to come in tapped. That's okay. And yeah, let's go. You know what? This feels good. This feels good. I absolutely am very salty at you peak form because you have taken a very, very long time. So let's go ahead and just give them some spankings here. Let's go ahead and give you some spankings here, man. Because they might think that they have us right now. No, you don't. Zurgo and Ojutai, they give us... That's right. That's right. Let's go ahead and take the action here. Let's go ahead and... Hey. Blow him a kiss, baby. Blow the roper a kiss. That's an extreme roper. We're going to blow you 2 kisses just because I am in the bad mood, but... Good game. That one felt real good. Hamzan. Hello. Okay. Too good. That's how good we are. Raspers 1. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. That was a mulligan. Hey. Let's go ahead and give them the friendly mulligan hello. Everybody needs a friend when you need a mulligan. Or something like that. Alright, I guess we'll just go get the deserted beach down so that we can get some white sources. Maybe we drop a Lightning Helix, we'll see. Recruitment officer, okie dokie. I'd like to see another land, obviously, but if we don't, we have a Lightning Helix. There's potential that I go in for a play with fire to scry, so. I think we're going to take this. They might play something down a little bit more menacing, so 2 life. We do have life gain with the Lightning Helix, so we'll be alright. I'm going to play with fire on their face here. I want to scry for another land. Let's just do this now before we have to, like, you know, do, like, the whatever hell. Yep, I'll go ahead and take that, and looking good. So now, I mean, they didn't play anything for turn 3. I think we could be more mana efficient by just going in for the Forge. Let's go and set this up. Maybe they go in for, what, Resolute Reinforcements by the... If they're holding up priority when I play the Forge, that's probably what it is. Resolute Reinforcements, sure. Sure. Alright, so now I might be a little worried here, because the Angelfire Ignition we can't put on the Forge, so... I'm hopeful... Okay, a Knight, yeah. I don't know if this is Boros Convoke, or is this like Mono White Convoke? I don't know, we'll see. Lunarch Veteran. So this, maybe we kind of got a little bit too cocky here, because not even with the play with fire. Okay, I think our only choices are to do this. I'm assuming they'll block with the Knight, and this is the one thing. Here's one thing that Jeskai can do that Azorius can't. We can go in for the Lightning Helix. We're gonna have to just kill this Knight Errant. So we are at 21 life, despite them having a pretty scary board. I mean, they obviously, you know, they're a bunch of weenies, so as long as they don't have another, like, Knight or something like that. But this does seem to be, like, mono white. I don't know what's going on here. I played with it and against it to kind of know how they're... yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. They're tapping out their stuff to kind of, like, figure out how they want to, like, map the attacks and the planes left over. Okay. Down to 18 is actually not that bad. A Dennick. Yeah, I really need another land here. But I guess we can just drop the Dennick. We do have lifelink, which kind of helps us out. And, you know, I do have a play with fire, so hopefully we do the same exact thing with the Urabrask Forge. They're going to probably block with the Knight. I guess this isn't terrible. This creates a way that we can get rid of the bigger creature. So we're going to have to do this, yeah. And we do get 1 damage. Get 1 damage out of there, so... Again, though, it seems to be kind of interesting, though. It does not... Whoa. I'm still going to have to block, right? Recruitment officer can well recruit, but... So say I don't think they have like instant speed, like buff or anything like that. So we will take our lifelink, and that's wow, that's pretty nice. Okay, I think what I want to do here, let's go tall, because instead of going for, because like they have the case. That's what I'm worried about here. Is the case of the not the forgotten case. That's the life game one. The case of the feast or whatever. So if we can get into enough creatures, Resolute Reinforcements is fine. If we can go tall, maybe we can kind of prevent that, but it also is kind of a tall task because they obviously have 5 creatures now. So if they do have that case card, they can just blow through our Dennick. But alternatively, I still think that was the best play. This does seem to be mono white. Very interesting. Mono white Convoke. There's no way the mono white version is better than the Boros, so I'm gonna do the same exact thing. Let's go tall. 1, 2, 3, 4. They only have 6 creatures here, so now I have 7. So now they would need a creature and a case. So in case they top deck the case, gosh dang, get down to 4. Looking pretty good here. And honestly, we have Zurgo and Lightning Helix and a Restless Anchorage in the air, and an Urabrask Forge. Yeah, can't forget about the Urabrask Forge, obviously. So. Another Knight, wow, another Knight. I mean, it doesn't even matter, but that's their 3rd Knight. That's their 3rd Knight in like the top 16 or 15 cards. Holy crap. Fortunately, it does not matter, or it shouldn't rather, unless they go in for. I don't think they can make this thing fly, right? Can they make the whatchamacallit fly? Obviously, the life gain is also a problem. So we're definitely not out of the woods here. The Urabrask Forge is getting bigger and bigger. Whoa. Blue. Why did... Okay, so I guess this is a Azorius Convoke? Like, what is this? That was weird. Okay, my mind's kind of blown there. This is a little bit awkward. I don't think I even really want to go for Zurgo. Can't even go for the Restless Anchorage and the Lightning Helix. I want to get rid of the Warden of the Inner Sky. No more lies. Well, that's not good here. Really awkward turn. It's either Zurgo or Lightning Helix. There's... Yeah, damn. I guess we'll just swing in. Do they really want to trade all this away? So they're going to go all in on this Dennick, which to me is a little strange. I mean, we already have all of our like life gain. They do kill the Dennick this way, but they also die too. That's what, 5, 6? That's 6 toughness altogether. I guess. Down to 4. We take the trade. I mean, the Dennick can come back too, so I don't think I really care about that much. And I think what I'm going to do is actually just Lightning Helix the Warden of the Inner Sky, or we can just go for the Dennick, but... This Warden, if the Warden gets too big, I think we're just gonna have to get rid of it. It's not the sexy play, but I think that was genuine. Yeah, it's not sexy leaving 3 mana open. Like, my god, that is gross, but I think that's still the best play. And I'm not sure why they have blue in this deck. Did they forget the blue, or what's going on here? But nevertheless, I mean, they have Lunarch Veteran. They can't cast the frickin' Zephyr thingy. So, is Zurgo going to take it alone? I always forget about the Urabrask Forge. I kind of forget about it. Stormcarved Coast. Yeah, let's go for it, man. Zurgo. Zurgo fly high, baby. And that's it. Wow. Cool. Mayor Nature. Hello, hello. How you doing? Yeah, I guess we can... Well, I don't know. Do we want to keep this? I think we got enough mana here. It's close. I guess we'll say no. Blast Zone. I haven't seen Blast Zone in a hot second. Yeah, I guess we'll do this. I don't really want to drop the Iconoclast just to get countered here, so we'll hold up Lightning Helix, Faithful Mending. Field of Ruin. So what is this? This is mono blue control. Interesting. Let's go for the Faithful Mending, just in case they want to counter it. We still got flashback. Do you want to get rid of at least 1 land or 2 lands? It's close, but I don't know. I mean, we don't just need a plethora of land, and plus, if we're going to be going against like control, I think we're going to have to like step on the gas pedal a little bit. Field of Ruin's not terrible. This means they do tap out, so. Maybe we just go for the play with fire here. We do have one of our basics in of the plains, which is exactly why we have to run a few basics here, just because of Field of Ruin specifically. Sure. So I think I should have, yeah, I should have at least 2 more. So I guess we'll go for red, so we don't have to pay for red or whatever, but. Narset, how the hell are you? I guess we should go in for the 3rd path. It's not super sexy, but this 1 plane's made it easy to kind of ditch away the play with fire here, so. What is this? I have not seen this card in so long. Inventive Iteration. Okay, so they just bounce. Okay. They don't have an artifact in their graveyard though, right? If we play Shivan Reef, we can go for 3rd path. I think this is better to go for 3rd path and then Lightning Helix instead of just the, whatchamacallit. So return artifact, but they don't have an artifact, so they just draw. Okay, interesting. Extraordinary Journey. So what are they going to do here? They're going to target my Iconoclast. I guess we might as well pop him in the face while we can, so. This is a little bit awkward, because I would like to keep the Lightning Helix for that that creature here, but I don't think we really have much of a choice. I think, again, they have a better top deck, or they have a better late game. So I think we're just going to have to try and be a little bit more snappy about it. Zurgo is actually really, really nice. Yeah, let's go ahead and just waste no time with the Zurgo. Got haste and everything, so let's do that. The other thing is, like, do I want to bounce the Zurgo back? I don't know. Like, I really don't know. We might just want to kind of, like, play fast, because I don't think we have board wipes. I think a Restless Anchorage kind of gets walled off, so, man, it's close. I think I'm going to decline. I know this obviously puts the Zurgo in harm's way, but if they're not running white, they're not going to be running, like, Sunfall or whatever, so I guess we'll just kind of leave Zurgo out there. This is an interesting deck, though. I mean, they obviously know something we don't. I've never seen this kind of, I've seen this card, but not, like, not in this, manner. Titania's Command, so I can't drop 6 drops now, right? 5/5. That being a 5/5 is actually a gigantic problem. Play with Fire. I don't know. Play with Fire is, I mean, I think we might have to just, like, I don't know, because Play with Fire, we have to deal damage. We're not going to win we're not going to win a marathon. So I could have set up for Faithful Mending and a Play with Fire just to kill this Living Breakthrough. Guess we'll just pass. Yeah, I don't know. Cool deck, though. I mean, I gotta give it to him. Blast Zone, Living Breakthrough, Extraordinary Journey. This is cool. So if I lose... Ooh. So now I can't cast mana value 2. I guess we'll just... Man, yeah, I don't know. This has got me in a pretzel. I guess we'll go for Faithful Mending, because it technically has 2 mana value, so we'll do this while we can. Urabrask Forge actually is pretty gosh darn good here. So Urabrask Forge can give them a persistent threat every single turn. I don't think they have a really good way to deal with Urabrask Forge. But, I don't know, maybe No More Lies will get rid of you. I don't know. Alright. So probably going to lock us out of the No More Lies anyway, so... Really no point. Hopefully they don't have a 4-drop of some sort. Okay. Temporary Lockdown. So Temporary Lockdown can't get rid of the Living Breakthrough, but can get rid of the 2 journeys, Azusa's and Extraordinary. And I'm probably not going to swing in, so I guess we'll just go in for Temporary Lockdown. Get rid of this and this, which is, I guess, something. Get rid of our Soldier Token, but that's a small price to pay for Salvation. Go ahead and drop this, and Zurgo is just sitting very, very awkwardly, which sucks, but it is what it is. But as long as we get this Urabrask down now... Let's swing in here. Maybe we get cheeky. I know we're tapped out, but there's a chance they could... Okay, say... There's a chance that they just don't block, so... Might as well give them an opportunity to mess up. Yeah, I know this Blast Zone, they have to wait at least one more turn for the Blast Zone, right? If they don't go for Lost in the Maze, so Lost in the Maze, now we're locked out of 2 drops. And the Zurgo gets tapped, but wasn't doing much anyway. Obviously very, very risky with the Blast Zone, I'm very aware. But I don't know, I think we have to be, like I said, we kind of have no choice. Like, we have to be aggressive. We can't sit here and play around their Blast Zone, do this, do that. Ooh, Jace is actually pretty brutal here.
Emotions are distractions. Focus on the facts.
Let's give him a nice, though. Yeah, I mean, let's hold on. Let's give him a nice. First things first. I mean, I'm appreciating this deck a lot. We do have Angelfire Ignition, which might be able to help us out if we top deck a land, but... Oh, we lose? Hold on, 23 cards left in our deck here.
For the sake of Phyrexia, I will keep watch.
And then they draw 3. Oh my god, that's actually really nice, yeah. I can definitely appreciate it. They're locking us 4 drops, 2 drops, all the drops, so... Oh man, how do we get out of here? Unfortunately, with Angelfire Ignition, Iconoclast, well, we can't cast anything. It's just going to be the Angelfire Ignition for 3. But unfortunately, we can't even really use it on the Forge, just by the way it works. Alright. I guess we'll swing on their face. Again, there's not much we can do here. They just, yeah, they just let us have it, which is interesting. See, now we can go for Angelfire Ignition, but the Forge and the Angelfire Ignition doesn't always work. Well, it never works in the way you want it to, but... Yeah, I mean, I can still appreciate this deck, though. I have no problem. Wow, Final Meditation. So, return all non-land permanents to their owner's hands. Oh my god, this is actually really cool. I guess we could probably Faithful Mending here. I don't even know. What do we even do? Faithful Mending? I guess we do run Negate. So, no Negate, unfortunately. But we could have just negated that, and that would have been kind of cool. So, Baral? Okay. Alright. This is, yeah, really interesting though, man. I keep saying it, but it is really interesting deck. Kudos to you, my friend. So I could go for Narset. I mean, I wish I had one more land. I can go for Angelfire Ignition for haste. So right now, I mean, it feels weird, but what do we do? Zurgo? Do we just go for Zurgo? The only problem is though, we have 16 cards in our deck. So Jace actually just beats us. So maybe we... Maybe we're gonna have to go for Zurgo. Maybe we get into a counter spell for this Jace, because we have to get one for the Jace. Down to 9. Let's see what we can grab here. No more lives. Okay, well, I mean, they have enough mana to do this. I'm gonna decline. We have to keep this on the battlefield. They have obviously enough to go for Jace. I have 15 cards in my library here, so... They just dropped the Jace, so we'll just give him GG's. But yeah, man, what a cool deck. Another inventive iteration. Okay. Yeah, Zurgo has haste, so they're not that big of a deal. I'm wondering why they're not just dropping... Are they really that afraid of... Are they really that afraid of, like, Negate? I mean, I am running Negate, but most people do not, and they kind of see most of our... They actually have an eyeball on most of our hand here, so... So, because now if they go for Jace, I can actually counter. That's actually pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're doing that because we would just lose otherwise, but if they just start off with the Jace, they literally just win. Alright, so they got about a bazillion journeys here, but now this is actually a ball game again. If I go for temporary lockdown, I get rid of everything except for the iteration. Or I can go in for Baral and then just go for Angelfire Ignition. That's obviously a choice here, but let's go for temporary lockdown. I think just getting rid of all your crap feels pretty good. Like I said, yeah, they should have definitely just gone in straight in for that that Jace, and we were toast. But I guess I can drop down Narset. Narset can put the most damage on here with Prowess, so... Blast Zone is at least one turn off from being able to do Blast Off. Oh, Consuming Tide. That is unfortunate. Do you want to keep Narset? Again, though, I think they... Oh, man, that's unfortunate. I think we're going to keep the Narset, because I have to push for damage. I can't go into deep waters with them. They just are better off that way. And if I keep the Narset here... I mean, what did they really get? They play extra land, journey, whatever, X equals 0, and additional land doesn't really help them. So, like, I guess I have to keep the Narset here. I know that they have, whatchamacallit, this, the Lost in the Maze or whatever, but... Gonna have to try for it. Got Prowess. Doppelgang. Oh my god. Oh my god. Inventive iteration. Oh my god. Some more. This is a cool deck, man. This is a cool deck. 14. I mean, they've got a bazillion journeys here. They're about to gain so much life, but I think I'm going to have to temporary lockdown just because I can't finish them this turn. And they're about to gain a bazillion life here with the Azusa's many journeys. Trying to think, yeah, with Narset, creatures you control have Prowess. I drop this, and if I had enough for a Baral, Angelfire Ignition, we can't do 14 damage, though. Yeah, we can't do 14 damage, no matter what. So, temporary lockdown is just going to have to be the move. But they still have all these iterations, which is definitely problematic. And I think it's just going to be Zurgo. I don't really know what else we got here, man. Down to 10. It's either Lightning Helix or a land. Oh, dealing 3 damage feels pretty good. I guess with Lightning Helix, we can just kill that little moon folk thingy that gets transformed. So I'm gonna say no. No to... Yeah, this thing has 3 toughness, so I mean... Blast Zone again. They have not committed to this Blast Zone. Because they can use Blast Zone for temporary lockdown. Now we're locked out of 4 drops from an invasion. Okay. I mean, I just don't want to see another Jace. Jace obviously is just game. Man, we gotta try and push this. How can we do this? We got a lot of mana here. If I go for, I mean, I could go in for... I don't know what I can do here. I'm gonna go for Baral and Kari Zev. I guess with Angelfire Ignition, so I'll cast Lightning Helix. The only, man, if they didn't have Lost in the Maze, and they also could animate the Vine Stalk here, but I don't really see another option. We're gonna have to just, like, you know, throw a Hail Mary up here eventually. So I guess we'll go for the Angelfire Ignition. There's Lost in the Maze, okay. So now we can't go for 2 drops once this resolves, right? Because this is technically 2, even though X equals 0. So let's go for the Lightning Helix and pop this. So now that Blast Zone is going to go for 1 more. So now they can get rid of temporary lockdown. I think we will get into a monkey, though. So, I mean, it's better than nothing. I guess it's, they can't reanimate the, Vine Stalk here, so. But now I get 2 of these, and, should we have just kept, maybe we should have just gone for the Urabrask Forge, so. Memory Deluge, this makes me a little bit worried that they're going to snag a Jace, because Jace is, if it's a Jace, we'll go ahead and give him a good game. It is. Let's go ahead and give him a good game. That was a really fun deck here. GG.